relocation is always worth it. It's worth all the challenges and obstacles if we really follow our heart. Like we leave our family and friends, and then we think like, oh yeah, but I will be missing. And yes, of course you will be missing, right? You will feel overwhelmed. But sometimes those emotions are also very important, valuable, and maybe they don't feel that nice, that it's not comfortable, but it's also necessary to get to know yourself. That everyone goes through that, and it's just a part of the deal, part of the process, and it's okay just to trust it, right?
Welcome back to Making Waves, where we talk about what truly moves people, teams, and leaders, what moves forward. And today we are diving into the topic that often hides behind paperwork and logistics: relocation. But relocation is never just a move. I want you to think about it, because it's an identity shift, a nervous system challenge, a quiet, often invisible transformation. And I know that from my own perspective, that having spent years abroad and now coaching brilliant, high achieving leaders, navigating change, burnout, and global careers, that relocation aspect is very crucial. And that's why I invited someone who is, knowing the topic very well. So I'm excited to welcome today's guest, Beata, a team effectiveness coach, intercultural trainer, and creator of the Relocation course. Because Beata brings over 20 years of international experience and a green-hearted, human-first approach to her work. She helps teams thrive across cultures, not just by improving communication, but also teaching them empathy as a leadership skills. Welcome, Beata, in Making Waves.
Hi, welcome. Yeah, thanks. Really, really. You said that the bio wasn't very broad, but I was like, wow, that's also me. Oh, wow, that's also me.
Yes,
Oh,
yes, it is. But somehow I don't think that the bio does the justice of who you are as a human being. And so maybe there is something that you would like to share with our audience that it hasn't been said there, and you think that it's important and you want them to know.
Yeah, two things. Less from a professional life, but I think we carry all lots of identities. And first of all, I'm a mother. And also that's massive transformation for all of us, becoming a mother. And I think it's a little bit connected with actually becoming a leader. I think the parent role and the leader role is connected. And I'm an expat myself, so I'm also Polish. We're both Polish. I was studying where you actually are now located in, beautiful city of Toron. And I'm 13 years in the Netherlands. And I think what I would like to mention, it's not about maybe who I am, but it really shaped me massively, is that I feel home in the Netherlands. And I am really enjoying my journey, and I would like to highlight that relocation is always worth it. It's worth all the challenges and obstacles if we really follow our heart. So in my work and in everyday life, all the connections, business related, but also private, they are really from the heart. So I feel like very strong in process optimization and project management and bringing results and profits. But I feel like it's very important to be yourself in all this. And if it's really close to your heart, working with people, choosing the team, and going through those transformations, then it will be it will be all okay. Even if it's more, takes more time, or you have all those challenges, but it's really worth it. And this is how I live my life. And I think that's also part of who I am. just being very authentic and very loyal and transparent. So the way you see me, this is how I roll. This is how I am. This is how I work. And I think even if something wasn't mentioned in introduction, so through this talk, I think you will understand, where I'm coming from and how I operate.
Thank you, Beata. And I allow myself, because I know that for you that human-centric approach is very important. So I'm going to start personally with our first question, because I want you to share with us what kind of moment from your own relocation journey had that last emotional or professional impact on you, because you've said that you're for the 13 years in the Netherlands before you've been living in the UK. So can you share with us that kind of emotional raw moment that has had huge impact on your journey?
Yeah, I think the first one, actually leaving Poland after studies and going to London, because I was taught that for success or for getting like really good job or and also satisfaction from that job, but also kind of like connected with how much you earn, that you need to really work very hard. And I was that time 24, and I remember when I was getting on the plane and thinking like, oh my God, when am I gonna make it? And I also was thinking I only go for 3 months, so it's like just like adventure. And then I got to London, and of course, yeah, everything was new. I had to make my way, make my connections, but it turned out that it's not difficult at all. That actually really working with a group of people who are in similar situation or went through the similar journey. Even not speaking like perfect English and doing not the best possible job is ways for that is, you still can be happy that you know like that really like you can do it. Like this is it was so empowering experience for me, that I could like pay the rent. Suddenly I could save the money also, and it wasn't like it was just simple job, but for a young person like me, and being in a completely different part of the world, like not that far, but really completely different culture and people from all around the world, and proving to myself that I can do it completely alone and actually enjoying it. It was massive. Was really actually every relocation had something really really transformative, but this one was, I think, the first one. That was the first game changer, and it's very simple, like but really it's like for me, I thought, I really need to like do my best, but actually it came pretty easy. And I think that emotional support, that's why I created the relocation course. That was something that I needed the most, so I was lucky to meet all those people who helped me, and then and I stayed over 3 years and actually didn't thought of leaving. When first I thought it was just temporary.
Yeah, and I really liked it what you said, and I think that it's something that we tend to kind of forget, but also for me personally is very crucial, that emotional part, right? So having and creating that support system around yourself, so then you have people to lean on, because you kind of you took your roots from one place and you're trying to implant them somewhere else, and it can be a little bit of disorienting. It can be you can feel lonely, right? And I think that it's like that emotional support and support in general, it's crucial to land smoothly, right? And that's what you said also your course is doing for people who've been transferred themselves from one place to another.
Yes, and then when you're also young, or like then we as a human want to feel good, right? We want to
Mm-hmm.
have like lean on to pleasure. We
Mm-hmm.
want to have fun. So missing, we don't want to miss, like we leave our family and friends, and then we think like, oh yeah, but I will be missing. And yes, of course you will be missing, right? You will feel overwhelmed, but it's sometimes those emotions are also very important, valuable, and maybe they don't feel that nice, that it's not comfortable, but it's
Mm-hmm.
also necessary to get to know yourself, and that missing, that means that you care, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, and yeah, I believe that there is a lot on the market that you can use to actually, move smoothly. You can buy the tickets like in 2 minutes, and like, so that's there, and I can help with that, but I think no one really needs that support. But what we really need is to feel okay with not feeling okay. So we need the tools to help us. Get comfort and just like get this awareness that everyone goes through that, and it's just a part of the deal, part of the process, and it's okay just to trust it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so yeah.
I really loved it what you said. It's okay to not to be okay, right? That even if because most of the time we move because we want to. There's
Hmm.
desire, there's curiosity, and there is something exciting ahead of us. It's sometimes we just not gonna feel okay, right? It's just gonna be that missing part. It's gonna be like, okay, well, I feel misunderstood, and a lot of kind of emotional aspects that we didn't foresee moving forward or moving abroad. But I think that it's like saying, okay, you're gonna get those moments, and it's just a part of the journey. It's okay. It's
Hmm.
absolutely, let's normalize it. It
Yeah,
doesn't have
exactly.
to be constantly just this beautiful, fairy tale story. It's gonna get tough, but
Hmm.
just let's say it's a part of the deal. And that's why my second question is coming, because when we think about that kind of move and relocation, sometimes we just really focus on that logistics, right? On that, okay, how to relocate, how to find a job, how to find an apartment, all this stuff that you said, okay, how to get the way to transport yourself from one place to another. But what about that kind of emotional experience? Do you feel that are most overlooked and misunderstood in when we relocate, when we move to abroad?
Yeah, because I mean, like it's also normal, and we should take care of the logistics, right?
Yeah.
And I would also recommend, if possible, getting to the place. Of course, if it's in Europe, and when we move to somewhere where we already visited, we kind of have an idea, or we have maybe a friend there, or like. But it's always good to kind of make that journey, like my kids say, fake. Like just let's just fake it. So you
Mm-hmm.
go there and you're just like, even I would like to live in, like, let's go back to London, for example. I would like to live South London, because even we know we've been to, for example, UK, or we've been even to London. South is very different than North. Transport is very different in different parts of the city. People are also very different. So okay, I know I've been one. Oh, you're from Poland. Oh, I've been to Poland. Really? Where? Oh, Krakow. Everyone's like Krakow. Well, like Gdańsk is really different than Krakow, right? So just make that trip for a weekend, or for a few days, and see how it feels. Or make that even the walk. I would go. I would do shopping here. I would, like, I would take the tube. How would it feel? Like, how do you feel
Mm-hmm.
about it? And then, of course, the logistic. The better you can prepare to that move, the less unexpected situations. But why I really created the course is exactly what I mentioned before, just to support people with this emotional
Mm-hmm.
baggage they carry, we all carry. And what I think what is really significant is that because we choose for relocation, we go for better job, or for love, or for other, like, to start new. So there's lots of different reasons why we move, but because we choose for that, I hope, because if it's for someone else's, then I think it will never work out. But if we choose for that, we think like, okay, but I wanted it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what is my problem now? Why do I feel like this is not doesn't feel good? Or, and then instead of that judgment, I would like invite people with my course to just get curious. Okay, now this feel like this. Now I didn't expect it, right? I already did this and this and this. I have certain expectation to myself. Okay, this is something like I didn't plan it. It's not nice. It's not comfortable. It's not how how I thought I will feel. Also, things happen, right? The allocation is great, but the job is not great, and you have a contract or whatever. But don't just not to concentrate on how I should feel about it. Just be in now and be in how you do feel about it, and it's okay. It's nothing wrong with it, like. And sometimes we really miss in all that process also our bodies, so the physical experience, all the tension or the fear of how we feel, or sometimes we just simply tired, and we need to rest, we need to let it go, or we need to first notice and call those emotions, how we really feel, and then just let it go and see from different perspective, like curiosity, like what you mentioned. What can I do about it? It won't last forever, and this course is just the invitation to look from be more kind to yourself.
Yeah. This is exactly what I was like thinking. It's just like, because we have tendency to be harsh with ourselves, because we have imagined that this beautiful life that we are creating, it has to, we imagine that it has to look somehow, right? And if it doesn't, then it brings frustration, and then we just are not very kind with ourselves. But if we use that also self-empathy and this kind of curiosity, and understand, like, okay, again, like, let's pause. What's going on? What do I need? Right? Is there anything that I'm truly missing, or is it just like, oh, I'm in my head for too long? So what's going on? Take care of yourself. Be kind with ourselves. I think that that's what we are missing a lot in general as a human beings. But I think that it's like, in that being abroad in a foreign still country can add to that stress. So be curious, be more empathic about yourself, be kind with yourself, right?
Yes, and the fact that you're really becoming someone new through that process is also very important. So last chapter of the course is new identity, and many times we're not alone in this journey. So we're moving, right? Even if we're not moving with a partner or family, but many times that's also the case. So that makes it even more complex. But we leave someone in Poland, or like in a country that we're coming from, or there are certain expectations of the people who are moving to, right, like the places where we're staying, or so. Like also like to just be aware that you are becoming someone else, and it will take time. I have on my phone a template. Be patient becoming someone who you haven't been before. Be patient, take time. It's like it's not a race, right? And also being aware that it changes the whole system, right? The family system, or that it's like a move that really it's not just like just packing bags and moving. It really is change.
Yeah.
So that's something that also requires a little reflection, and maybe just pausing, because we also tend to like get, okay, so distraction, then it doesn't feel good.
Yes.
What can I do to not think about it? But if you actually spend a little moment to think about it, and acknowledge yourself, then you let go so quickly. It's just emotion, come and go.
Hmm.
Unless, yes, like you are a coach, like emotion goes like 90 seconds and they leave if you don't attach story to them. So yeah.
Yeah, and I really love it what you're saying, because this is something that is very close to me, that identity shift, right? Because we are no longer who we were before, but sometimes we just don't know what's coming yet, and that kind of, I call it void, the void. So it's like you are in that in between, and sometimes it's very uncomfortable to be there, because we want to know what's next. We just really want to know, okay, oh, my future looks like. But if you are that, like you see, okay, I'm no longer that person, I'm adapting, I'm becoming someone new, but it's not shaped yet. It also add stress. And I also see with my clients that that's where the kind of burnout is lurking in, because you don't care about like your body properly, that you're kind of in between, you're confused, it's uncomfortable. And I think that that's what you said, and I think that's also what your course can do, is just that give it that moment of pause in that kind of identity shift. It's like, okay, so let's see what's going on with me. Let's be kind. Let's just accept that it's normal. It's a part of the journey, and
Yeah, because
allowing yourself to be there.
yeah, and it's also like, in that transition, it's one of our pure needs as a human being is the feeling of safety. So you
Mm-hmm.
want to know because you want to be safe. It's like you have that need in you, like one of the prime needs, that you want to feel safe. So an unknown is not a safe place, of course, and our brain will do everything to get us out of that phase. But yeah, you cannot go back, kind of, like you, if you commit yourself to live your life to the one you want, to full potential,
Yes.
then you need those moments to actually, yeah, listen to yourself and yeah, acknowledge this yeah, get comfortable with feeling uncomfortable, right? And then those massive shifts
Yeah.
happen. And also, like, I did also like this. I bought many courses and I'm like, yeah, I don't have time, like, but like, well, you bought them, right? Make time, because, like, oh, you do it properly, or nothing will change, nothing will happen.
Yeah.
If you want to change, you also need to leave the old and do the new, right?
Yes. You need to act, right? Because like sitting and wishing that something's going to change, we both know, we've been there, nothing's going to change. You need to start acting. You need to start moving from that potential new identity. And of course, like I would say that that part is a little bit of our personal inner challenge, but we also like moved to another country, and we have a job, we have work, and we both work with leaders. So I wanted to pick up your brain on that, and I'm curious what it's your take on that. That you also work with the international teams, and from the leadership perspective, what do you think it's like the biggest blind spot when supporting someone who just moved countries, who came from a different culture and might have some challenges in finding themselves in that kind of professional environment?
Yeah, well, it really depends if that leader manager also went through that experience or not.
Mhm.
Because if they did, they might have more empathy and more space to think about it. That it's not so straightforward. Um, so I would first, like, try if there's a potential, like if there's opportunity to talk to the leader or the manager, and highlight it, that you know how it feels, or you remember how it was. And also, like, becoming a leader, that we don't wake up a leader from, like, from one day to another. We also went certain way to get there. And I took part in the summer in a podcast when I spoke about it. Like, how often do we forget how it was for us, right? Like, we went this, we like also like again like because when you're a parent, like like we don't like what our kids do, but then like, do you remember yourself? Because I remember myself, and I really I think like my son is an angel when I think of myself his age. So like also like if the leaders would really take responsibility, and saw the success of the team as their own success and really took a responsibility. So respond, right, to their needs, respond to their situation, respond to who they taking on board, who they take, because they do decide who's they in their team, right? It's not like, oh, I got this team, oh, they're terrible, I'm gonna do this, like communication or collaboration is poor. Okay, but it's your team. It's your team, right? So what can we do? And if there are team members who came from different culture, well, it will be a challenge. It will be a challenge, but diversity is a fact. Like what we say, diversity is a fact. Inclusion is a choice, and also the kindness or empathy is a choice. Are you strong enough? Are you big enough? Are you open enough to actually get this approach? Because if you are a true leader, then of course you are. Of course you know that this is like you, apart from KPIs and targets and management above you, you want this team to thrive because it feels good and because it gives you more satisfaction to work with them, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like you might be overwhelmed, you might be overloaded with your own tasks and activities, but this is the base, this is really the course. Understand their needs, like separate. And I know it takes time, but if you don't have time to check quarterly with what the people go through, and relocation is one thing, but there might be different changes going that they in, then if you cannot make time, then there's something wrong with your own work, how you make it efficient or inefficient, or there's something wrong with choosing this role, because it's also not straf, how you say it, it's not punishment, right, to be a leader, to be a manager. You choose for it, right? So then if you want to be a true leader, then then approaching team members, and many times you can make the team smaller, or like there's many people who are not productive, not fitting right, they taking roles that they not really for them. I mean, it can be for many reasons, but make the team your team, but then take time to actually find out what they need. And there are tools for it, and not only course like this, but also there are now with AI, there's so many tools that is time efficient, but also give you insight what those people are going through. And it's actually investment that's very worth to do, because if people are leaving, it takes so much more time to hire new ones and onboard them and train them. And, so it's kind of like, okay, I think every smart leader knows that retention is something that it's smart thing to avoid it, right? It's
Yes, you would think that that people think that way, but I sometimes when I work with teams and leaders, I do doubt that awareness that they don't think that's not the best way to move forward for their teams, that hurting teams, and it costs money, and and it's the role of the leader to make sure that people feel safe, feel seen, and they are accommodate according to their skills and capabilities they are presenting.
Yes, a small exercise that I recommend. I sometimes do it during my sessions. Is like that the manager is putting themselves in the role of the employee, of the member, and writes the letter to himself, and then the other way, and then you can see really what are the expectations. It's something that takes really 15 half an hour, but you really can, what would I do, or how would I feel if I was on the other side. And the other thing is that, like, very small tip. I don't know who will listen to this and talk, but also question like, everything okay? Is like, no. Like, how can you
It's a
answer it?
no-go question.
So ask something specific, like ask for how, if you really want to ask something and you have few minutes for the answer, because like, if you only ask because you only have 8 seconds and you expect people to say, yeah, oh fine, oh good, and then you move on, take your coffee and go, don't ask it at all. But if you really want to make some kind of connection, then ask something specific. How did you spend your lunch? Or what did you do over the weekend? Or about the sports, about the game, something more specific that they can really feel, oh, he knows I do this, or he knows I don't know, I don't eat meat on, like,
Yeah.
something, be more specific, because then they really, what you mentioned, feel seen.
Yeah.
And or you want to really do it, or you just like, you feel like, I should do something, but I really don't care, then everyone knows it, they feel it, right? And
Absolutely.
yeah, and especially like, if it's like a newcomers coming from different country, then try to find out about their culture. That doesn't take much time. Just try to find out, what is this culture. Don't think that you think, because your friend went there and they told you that they're very stubborn, or they very, I don't know, whatever, very, like, just check yourself. And like, then you, okay, no, but maybe I should be more sensitive about religion, or maybe I should be, just prepare yourself also, because eventually, like, yeah, they're coming to work for you, not because only because of salary.
And I think that it's what you said. It's really crucial. And what I've seen and experienced working in multicultural organizations, that sometimes we, as leaders, especially in those fast-paced environment, we're just expecting people to just hit the ground running, right? Even if they've just landed to that new culture, new language, new support system. And I would maybe advise those leaders not to onboard skills, but just onboard the whole human being, which means also be curious about their culture, where they are coming from, what might tick them off, what can really put them in the best version of themselves. It's sometimes it doesn't take much time. It requires curiosity, right?
Yeah, and also, like what you said, like, if you don't want to hire a person, hire a robot. It's
Yeah.
possible these days. And but really, I really, honestly, I think, like, again, to the body, to physical body, like, those skills, like, can evaporate like this. Or you can learn almost everything. I think, like, of course, experience and skills is very important, especially if it's matching the role, and then that person can grow and shine. But if they feel low, eventually it will hit their nervous system. The stress level will go up, and before you know it, they on sick leave. You know yourself, and I know sometimes I feel really bad, and then I get this, like, really nice sentence, or a question, or someone even smiles, in their interaction with me, and I feel already it's a nice place to work, or it's a nice place to be. And all those small things are really small, but every day for 8 hours during the day, or what we work, or eventually it makes us feel, I love to go there, or you makes us feel, I don't want to go there, like, I just don't fit, I don't belong. And of course, if you're coming from different culture, then that sense of belonging is very important, because that you need to kind of compromise, you need to learn this environment. So yeah, sense of belonging is also one of our prime needs, and it will never change. That's me.
Yes, absolutely. And I think that is also we as those who are wanted to belong, and those who are already within a field that we belong somewhere, make a space for those who are coming, because it's not the individual responsibility to feel belong, but it's we all need to make an effort that we are welcome people who are coming. So I think that that's very crucial. And I'm wondering then what what made you to create that relocation program? What inspired you to create that course?
Yeah,
And
because
that, and because we talked a little bit about that, but what kind of gap were you trying to fill in with that course? So what that is uniqueness of that course for people who are listening to us, because probably many expats will be listening. So tell us a little bit more about that.
yeah, so maybe first I will start from that gap. Well, basically, I went through that journey myself, and my company is called I Got Your Back. It's for a reason, because I really that's what keeps me going, because I
Mm-hmm.
want to help people, and uh, and this is my way to helping people and make them feel that someone has their back. Um, because basically I know how it feels, and I just thought like what I can do with my own skills and my know-how to close that gap, basically to make people feel welcome and adopt faster. And even if they don't stay in the country they relocated, it's part of their life. And if I can make something to make it easier, then I will. And this is not only about this talk, but in general,
Mm-hmm.
that gives me most fulfilling and satisfaction to help people uh, feel more, live and work more with ease. And I was involved in courses creation process through my work. I had a very interesting project, and there I learned the tools to create courses. And actually, it was like how it is in life, that when we want something and we have this vision and it pulls us, then things will happen. People will
Mm-hmm.
come, things will happen, we will get opportunities. If we're ready to take those chances, then things will happen. I 100% believe in that. And that's how it
Absolutely.
was. I was thinking, I would like to do that. I would like to help people like me. And then I got the chance to learn all those tools to create courses. And then I wanted to make this course neurodiverse, also for people who don't like lots of text. And there's audio, there are beautiful graphics from very talented, also Polish lady, who I also wanted to kind of help to show her work to other people. Um, so I believe that this course is not like I wouldn't like to say simple, but it's very easy to approach, like accessible for everyone. But if you really take time and stop in the chapters, stops in the modules that require that reflection, then it will definitely help in transformation of relocation, but also any other. Because I think every change in our life requires a little trust, openness, curiosity, and all the topics that I touch in that course. So
Mm-hmm.
this is a framework, and I believe though this framework answers all the yeah needs, requirements to actually make it make relocation successful.
And I really love it because it's wonderful to have someone who's got your back right in the journey, and that's what you do with that course. So for those who are listening, watching us, you're going to find a link to that program, to that course in the notes of the podcast, and so you can find it. You can also find a link to connect with Beata on LinkedIn, to find her work on the website, but also that relocation course. So either you needed something like that, or know someone who might benefit from it, share it. Right, sharing is caring. So we've got Beata has your back, and I think that it's a beautiful name for your company. It's easy to remember, and it's immediately like, okay, I'm not alone in this, right? So that feeling. But because, as you said, like your own journey inspired you to create it. You want to fill that gap that people just don't feel that they have to go through that on their own, and normalizing certain feelings and giving them tips and tools to just really handle those moments of doubts when they need it. So they have everything in one place. And
Yeah.
it's, as you said, it's a visual, it's easy to absorb. And I think it just always, I believe that course is something that you can always go back, no matter if you are 1 month or 10 years in your journey outside of your country. I think that is always something that you can learn and you can pick and implement in your life.
Yeah, and I think it's a good moment to mention also that you were part of this project, and you were part of the course. There's support also from you in the chapter empathy. We also had a part talk
Yes.
all about the empathy. So if someone wants to check that out, it's available on Anya's channel. And
Yes, and I think that it would be good to put it also linked to that, so people
yeah,
can also
yeah.
listen.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, as well. And what I also wanted to say that yes, because being part of that business, learning development, I saw that there is lots of courses for diversity, equity, and inclusion. There's lots of courses about intercultural communication, but not really about relocation. Not really. As far as I know, and as far as I've seen,
Mm-hmm.
and there is like this is like I haven't seen something like this. So also
Mm-hmm.
for organizations who deals with expat, this is a perfect tool to help in onboarding, and also for students on exchanges, and basically relocation agencies or any organization who deals with people moving. So yeah, let me know if you think of something, and we would like to invite you to our spaces to connect.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's like that you are the human being with a amazing, huge heart, and everything what you do, it's always with the mind of people, of people in general. And is there anything that you would like to, from your experience, from experience of creating that course, that you would like to address to the person who is on their relocation journey? They just landed in the new country. Something that it's that the message from you that you would like to share with them and carry during the next years of their journey.
Yeah, I would like to congratulate them to make that move. I would like to just say it loud and clear that it's very courageous, and it's always worth it. Whatever you decide, decide to go back, you decide to stay. This is always worth it. All those experiences make us who we are, and I believe it's like meant to be, and that is there is something bigger than us, that all those things happen for a reason. um, and just be open and curious. Look around, and what you can take from this journey, what you can take the most, like what we don't know what's tomorrow, we don't know what's gonna happen, like not only because we live in a crazy world, but we also don't know our future, and we know now. So enjoy just now, enjoy the moment, enjoy that relocation, make most of it, and I get you back. There are always people who can help you in that. Just look around and don't be scared to ask for help. It's a great strength.
Beautiful. I really love it what you said. Yes, you're not alone on the journey. That will many people before you going through that, and it's going to be many after you coming to that journey. So just look around, ask for help, and definitely check the course. Link is going to be below this video. So, Beata, I wanted to thank you for bringing your energy, your wisdom, and heart to that conversation. And to everyone who is listening, whether you're leading a team, you are just navigating that move, or you are in that personal transformation, remember that the relocation isn't a task, it's a transformation. And it's a beautiful transformation you are in. And be kind with yourself, use the empathy, because being empathic, it's not about being soft, it's about being deeply attuned with what's happening to you. And you can learn more from Beata's work and her relocation course in the show notes. And if this episode sparked something in you, share it with us. Make a comment, let us know. And also share it with a leader, with a friend, with someone who is quietly trying to find home again. So, Beata, thank you so much for your time and sharing your journey and sharing with us your beautiful course.
Thanks. Thank you very much. It was nice to see you again.
So, until next time, please do lead wisely, live honestly, and don't forget to breathe.